All right, good morning. So I'm going to kind of dig into a few things, but first I want to start by saying hello to everyone. If I don't have the same energy that I usually have, it's not my fault. It's Curtis and Debbie's. That's it. Okay. So they gave me the funk out in Dallas.
Super spreaders.
Yeah, that's what we are. That's what we are. Anyway, I want to start off with something. It's amazing what I read this morning. See this book? It's called The Daily Reader, John Maxwell Daily Reader. This book is falling apart. It's literally falling apart. I've had it 10 years now. And guess what I do every year? I read January 1st, January 2nd. And today really kind of resonated with me when I was reading. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Curtis, you have yours too? Is that what you just pulled up? Yeah. So 2012, I got this at a leadership meeting, and it said the secret to your success can be found in your daily calendar, your daily agenda. Now, I'm going to read some. Most people will grudgingly concede that they must make it through some adversity in order to succeed. They'll acknowledge that they have to experience the occasional setback to make progress. But I believe that success comes only if you take that thought one step farther. To achieve your dreams, you must embrace adversity and make failure a regular part of your life. If you're not failing, you're probably not really moving forward. That's called failing forward. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. And this is what resonated with me. Session 2 at Build, the very first speaker, and I'm going to pull this into real estate. I'm not going to, Build was a massive conference, and a lot of it was around attraction and recruiting, but this particular individual spoke about coaching the agent. He's a coach. He's an unbelievable coach. His name's Bill Pipes, and I've heard him speak many times. Curtis contest to that, Debbie. Those of you who know him, he's in your face. And if you don't like it, too bad, pretty much. You're not pussyfooting around. By the way, what's September 30th? What's September 30th? They said, FAR just sent out a newsletter that 20% of the realtors may not renew their license. 20%. Are you part of that 20%? So we have 81 people on the call. 16 of you are not going to renew your license. If that is you and you need help, reach out to me and I'll get you the resource that you need. Okay? You need to move forward. You need to keep moving forward through adversity. So Bill Pipes, he was talking about the market and everything else. And here's what he said. He said, if you're not going to do the work, just leave the business. Right in your face. Guys, you need this right now. You're no longer an order taker. I don't care who you are. If you're not doing script and role play, you're failing. You're falling behind. You're practicing on the consumer. So I'm going to share my screen. Can I share my screen, Tiff? All right. Every one of you, George, correct me, I might be wrong on this. Most of you probably received an email from Brent Gove yesterday with all the slides of Build. All the slides to Build. All the events. The only thing that wasn't recorded, well, we didn't get, was a full recording of Tony Robbins on stage, which was absolutely amazing, by the way. And what an opportunity to be in front of so many people. And by the way, when you go to these events, and I'm not telling anyone here, you have to go. What I'm saying is, if you decide and make a choice and a decision to make an investment in yourself to go, the top leaders are walking through the hallways, making themselves accessible. The founder of the company, the president of the company, listening to us and understanding what our concerns are and telling us they're working on so many different things for us. You're not going to get that at any other company. I'll tell you right now, you're not going to get it at a Remax or Keller Williams. None of those big brand companies, the owners and the founders of the company are going to sit out in the hallway and talk to you. You're not good enough. I was with them 17 years. I got to meet them one time in person. One time. All right. So thrive, not survive, was what I heard. I kept hearing it over and over and over. Thrive, not survive. Thrive, not survive. The market isn't shifting. It's already shifted, guys. We are down year to date. I challenge every single one of you. Look at the top real estate companies in your board. And if they're not down on an average of 20%, I'd be lying to you right now in this conversation of this call. They are down 20% in units. Now, their volume may be level, but their units are down. See, when you focus on units, you do the action items to achieve the goal. See, volume is a lagging effect. It's going to affect it in the next 3 months. Right now, when someone says, oh, I'm right where I was last year, and say, no, you're not. Let's talk about your units sold. They're down. They're down. Let me tell you, when I started in the business in 2000, I had to sell 80 to 90 homes to earn the income that you guys sell in 15 homes. Focus on units and the volume comes. So the market isn't shifting. It's already shifted. And here's the other thing. He said, be happy. Embrace it, because most people shine through when there's something like this going on. 17% increase in the amount of millionaires, 19% increase in their net worth. That's what you need to focus on. If you're scared, if you're afraid, it's because you're not building your skill set on the market. You're not building your skill set on your lead generation. You haven't developed the discipline for this market. You've been in the market, you've been in the business less than 9 years. You have not experienced a whole lot, I promise you. You might have built something great, but focus on what you built, and I promise you, you're gonna fly right through this. You don't, and then you don't have a clear strategy of what you need to do. Get into the business planning classes that we'll be doing around the state and online. Get in them, because I will tell you, if you don't have a business plan and a goal and a strategy, you're not going to be here in January when it's license renewal. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that to be honest with you, because somebody needs to tell you the truth. The real estate market is the biggest opportunity for you right now. Go out and get it. Go out and get it. I was looking at the MLS yesterday. It was odd. I seen something that was called expired, and I seen something that was called canceled. Something that we haven't experienced in 3 years, probably. Expired and canceled. Call them. For sale by owners, on the market, price reduction. There's an agent. I'm actually calling 10 for sale by owners for her today because she's brand new, and she goes, I don't know how to get started. I said, get me 10 numbers, get me all the days on market, everything. She sent it to me. We're going to call all 10. She's going to get listing appointments, and she's going to get listings. I seen some of those for sale by owners over 90 days on the market with multiple price reductions. Guys, basically what Bill Pipes is saying, build your skills, be disciplined, and have a strategy. And then the best businesses are prospecting based and marketing enhanced. We can't say this enough. Some of the best coaches that we have, even on our call right now, will tell you nothing has changed from the time that they started doing their coaching programs. It's prospecting based, marketing enhanced. So I love the prospect, so I do it every day. Guys, the only reason you don't like the prospect is because you don't like rejection. That's it. So if you were never rejected and you were never told no, would you do it every day? And by the way, you probably don't like the prospect because you don't know what to say because you don't study your scripts. You don't master them. I was on a call this morning with a young lady that went to Tom Ferry. And I said, George and I used to script and role play back in 2001 and 2. And if we didn't catch each other, I would do it in the mirror, in the bathroom by myself because I could see what I look like. Guys, I promise you, just keep doing the activities that's going to bring you revenue. If you don't meet people, you will not sell anything. So this lady trips in front of me, leaving the airport off the airplane Thursday night at 11:30 at night. I don't care if she was drinking, I don't even know. I said, are you okay? Can I help you up? She says, thank you. The other guy didn't even ask me if I needed any help. I said, no, not everybody's the same. And she goes, not everybody's the same realtor either. Here's my business card. Give me a call. I didn't tell her who I was or what I was doing. By the way, she's already done $22 million year to date in Orlando. So I'm meeting with her tomorrow. And we're talking about some possible coaching strategies to help her keep moving forward. Will I be the right coach? No, but I got Curtis, I got Debbie, I got several other people I can refer her to become a match. And guess what happens after that? There's a relationship opportunity to bring her to this amazing company. So you love the prospect if you do it every day and you have success. There is no escaping it. You have to prospect. And this is where I'm going to stop right here. And then I'm going to dig into having Curtis throw some golden nuggets, and Debbie, if she's on, I'm not sure if she is on. He talked about there's no escaping it. You have to prospect. And he talked about this 3x5 daily plan. Now, I love this because when I looked at it, I said, oh my gosh, it resonated back to me. These are the things that we need to do every single day that will enhance our business. So contacts, 5 people that you know every single day, sphere of influence, past client, just 5. Now, this is a contact. This isn't a phone call. This is someone. Now, those of you who like to text and say, I was a contact, I don't care what it is. Contact, a conversation. Contact 5 people that you don't know. Go to Zillow. Plenty of people to call. Pull out 411.com. Walk around your neighborhood and meet your neighbors that you've never met before. I don't know. Just listed, just sold, expired, etc. Hey, I noticed that your home came expired on the multiple listing service. Are you aware that it's no longer on the market? They don't even know. The realtor never called them. They have no idea. Follow up and speak to 5 leads a day that you previously spoken to get an appointment. So I was on a call yesterday with one of the a team that I meet with once a week, and they said one of the agents on our team is calling all our old leads and he's not getting much luck and he's frustrated with that. I said, tell him to keep going. See, there's no such thing as a bad lead. There's such thing as a bad follow-up. There's no such thing as a bad lead. It's a bad follow-up and not asking the right questions. You get a lead and you say it's bad, go look in the mirror. What did you do wrong? Did you not ask enough questions? Did you not follow up? Did you not do the things you said you were going to do? Because they don't say, hey, let's go look, I want to buy $1 million home today and write an offer. That's not a good lead. Well, I promise you this, you got to work for them now. You got to work. So the number one skill equals control the narrative. Okay, control the narrative. The narrative for myself, the narrative for my clients. What you say, how you say it, your script, your knowledge, your skill set is critical. So I encourage every single one of you to go through these slides. There's a lot of opportunity here to getting some stuff out of them. But not only that, you gotta, so in the same thing that I was reading this morning, John Maxwell talks about his leadership conferences, and he talks about how much fun and how many note takers are out there. But guess what they never do when they leave? They never implement it. Tony Robbins said the same thing right on stage. You're going to take notes, you're going to get a lot of information here, and you're going to go home and do nothing with it. Some of you are going to take notes, go home and take action, and you're going to succeed at a very high level. Trust the process works. So the biggest aha I got, now this is a call for you guys for production. And Bill Pipes is the number one person that stood out to me for real estate production. Now, there was a lot of great speakers up there, but what he was saying resonated at the same level as I was hearing it. And I'm telling you right now, it's exactly what we need to do. And if we don't do it, where will we be in 30 days from now, 60 days from now, 90 days from now? And many of the calls I've started off with this, and some of you probably don't realize it, but I said, write down your why. Why are you doing the things you do every day? Why are you working? What's important to you? And if you don't do the work, who suffers? The consequences is the one that you wrote down first, which is income, financial freedom, your family, kids' colleges, maybe those great vacations. But here's what will happen. All that will go away and you won't get anything, because people like myself, people like the ones that are willing to do lead generation and prospect will gain the business that you choose not to go get. Sounds a little harsh, right? Sounds a little harsh. Got it. I get it. Liz, does that sound a little harsh, or is it dead on, right? Yeah, you got to do the work, guys. Right now is your opportunity. And by the way, not only is the market shifted into a correction, by the way, not into a recession, whatever you want to call it. It's corrected to where it needs to be, not a disaster where it was. So it's corrected where it needs to be. 4 to 5% increase annual year over year is normal. And by the way, if you got a seller on the fence right now, tell them, say, listen, would you like to list your home for 400,000 today, or would you like to list it next year for 320,000? Which one do you prefer? Because the market's not going to go up 20% this year like it did last year. It's going to go down 20%. All the economists, everyone's telling us, and we're seeing the trend now. Would you like to list your home today for 400 or next year for 320? Which one do you prefer? Who would say that to the customer? Is it speaking the truth? It's what we hear. It's what the information is telling us. Yes, your home's going to sell for 380. I'm not listing it for 450. Oh, your home will sell in 1 day. If you tell your customer that, you're canceling the listing 2 weeks later. Set the expectations and build your skill set, because if you don't build your skill set, you're not going to do it. I'm going to put one more thing up here I'm going to show you one more thing, and then I'm opening it all up. Hold on a second. I got to get this off here. All right. You guys see this board? I keep this here. If you want to achieve your goal, financial freedom goal, you got to have your goals. You got to have your calendar in alignment. You got to make sure your habits are in line, your mindset and your skill set. See, this is your foundation. Your habits, your mindset, and your skill set. If you don't build that right now, you're done. You're never going to achieve the financial goal that you desire. If you got a great mindset, great skill set, but poor habits, you can't get up in the morning, you're not taking care of yourself, you may not get the same financial freedom. Right now is the time to shine. And right now is the time to gain everything you desire. And right now is the time to take market share. And if you don't, Steve Pugh, Andrew, all those Home Pride agents that are lead generated, Tony Fuentes. By the way, Tony, I just want to give you a quick shout out for everything that you're doing for your agents in that office. You are shining, and those people are appreciative of you, because what you are doing with that group is absolutely amazing, by the way, and many more of you out there. So keep doing what you're doing differently to lead generate. Add lead generation in there. Get 99 no's so you can get the 1 yes. Because those who get the 1 yes out of the 99 no's are succeeding at a very high level. Get them out of the way quickly. So if you have 100 contacts per week and you get the 1 yes, you got one appointment, that one appointment turns into $150,000 a year or more. See, one appointment a week turns into 48 per year. 48 appointments turns into about 30 sales. 30 sales at average of 300,000 a sale is 9 million in sales minus all your expenses. Your net profits around 150 to 175. All right, fantastic. I'm going to open it up. What did you hear? What was the value? And guys, any of you that were at the event, love to hear your ahas, dig in, please, because here's the thing. I'm not going into, you know, this agent attracted 5,000 people in 2 years. That's not the purpose of this call. The purpose of this call for me to deliver to you is what it's going to take for you to survive in real estate to stay in this industry. Okay. So what did you hear? What were your ahas? What would you like to share? What did you get? What action items are you going to take?
You need to be a skillionaire if you're going to become a millionaire.
Wow.
About that, Tommy. That's all I got. That's all I got. So you need to be a skillionaire to become a millionaire. Basically, I like that 3x5 approach that Bill came up with. We've got to understand it's a market of choice. It's not a market of choice, rather it's a market of action. And if you need to be the one influencing your clients, if they're influencing you, you've got a problem.
Control the narrative.
You know what I mean? Yes, exactly. Controlling the narrative. So those are some of the things that I got out. You guys, anything? What'd you get, Bree?
I liked when, I think his name was Don, he said to role play, because if you don't practice on each other, you'll practice on your clients. And I've done that a lot and it's hurt my clients. So that's really important.
By the way, John is 37 years old. He's got almost a $4 billion investment portfolio with investors. He runs one of the biggest teams in Philadelphia and lives in St. Augustine, Florida.
Isn't it crazy? And I don't even think he's 40. He's like 37 years old.
37 years old.
Brianna
37 years old.
And Brianna thinks he's hot. There you go. So what else? I'm trying to look, Tom, bear with me. Yeah, if you
Ollie, he's in the slides right after, I believe he was right after the Bill Pipes.
The other thing I got, Tom, is time blocking, 1 hour a day, social media responses, commenting on, you know what I mean? Maybe customers, clients' posts, just time block that 1 hour a day to take time to do some responses or likes, whatever it may be with respects to social media. So, so I like that as well.
Oh,
Hey, Joe, I'm gonna send you the email that Brent sent me. Would you mind sending it out to our group? Okay, is that okay, George? I know it. Okay, all right, fantastic. Thank you, Stephen, and the whole Pride group out there. We appreciate you guys being there. It was fantastic to get together. Edward, hopefully I didn't mess up the name, Edwidge.
No, it's okay. Hi guys, good morning.
Oh, here's trouble.
Hey.
Hey, you. How are you guys?
How are you?
I'm
I'm
good.
good.
Morning.
So one thing that that stuck out to me was this sentence right here, which I feel like is something that we talk about all the time when it comes to this whole shifting market, is anticipation is the ultimate power. Winners anticipate and losers react. So that sentence right there grabbed my attention. I had to write it down. So basically, your expectations you need to shift in order for you to grow. So if you're doing the same thing all the time and you're not anticipating the market, then you're not gonna grow with the market, and you're not gonna foresee the things that are going to happen in order for you to adjust with the market. So that was one thing that I picked up from that. Another thing is to visualize your outcome. One of the big things that Tony Robbins was having us do was to visualize. So visualize your outcome, and then understand the true power of identity, right? So if you understand the power that you hold as an agent, then you can build a brand and people will basically seek you out, right? So same thing like, Mr. Steve was saying to, follow up on your social media and do your posts. And what are the things that one of the top age, here's the other thing. Basically to get the help from someone who's already there, right? Get the help from someone who's already there. So like on day 2, I started seeking and talking to people who were at the stage of where I wanted to be. And I got some really good feedback from one of them. She said to me, one thing that I should do every single week to make sure that I am the market expert of my area is every week do a market report update. You're doing a local one, a national one, and a regional one, and you do it every week, and you can pull that information from NAR or from your local board, from VAR, or whatever area you're in. You can pull that information, and you can then become that market expert by building your brand around making market reports and market updates every single week. So those were like some of the main things that, I have like a ton of notes. I got a ton, but those were like some of the things that I was able to grasp and kind of think to talk about today.
I love what you just said. And Tony said this, and again, visualize the outcome, right? When you visualize the outcome, you'll succeed. Instead of self-doubt, talking yourself down, going into an appointment, look at the outcome of the appointment. I'm winning this, right. I'm getting this, they're signing, and this is be so exciting. I can't wait to put it up on the market, help me get on the contract. Yes. You're visualizing the outcome. See, and there was an explanation.
That anticipation.
Yeah, there was an explanation where these kids from a boys club go to whitewater river rafting, and there was a lot of rain a couple of days before, and the water's extremely rough, and the parents said no, and the instructors, the tour guide said no, it's okay. You're gonna follow. I want you to paddle to where I point. Don't worry about trees and rocks. Don't look anywhere. Follow my hand. Follow where I tell you to go, and you will get through this and have a blast, right? So if you focus on all the obstacles, you're going to hit them.
You're going to hit them.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? We still got quite a few people on the call. Curtis is an observer. I don't know if he's had to have a hard stop or not. We had the privilege of sitting with Jason Gessing. Let me tell you something. He heard us, he listened to us, and he said, we asked him the question, what's some of the things you're most excited about? And here's what he said. One of the first things he said is, get everyone certified in relocation quickly. Here's why. It is going to blow up. All these relocation companies and everything else are going to be partnering with us. Get your certification for relocation quickly. You don't want to miss it, guys. And I know, well, in my area, everyone's already certified in relocation. It doesn't matter. Get certified for relocation.
How long is the class?
I believe it's 3 classes. It's free. The most important thing is it's free. And there's a schedule right inside of EXP World. I'm not going to mess your name up, Miss Boyce, but you go ahead.
It happens every time. I was just going to ask, what does it mean to get certified in relocation? That's the first time I've heard that.
So go into EXP World. George, help me out here. Is it in EXP World, or is it in our workplace where the calendar would be for? Just go to EXP relocation in the workplace, and it'll come up with a calendar of when it's coming available again. It should be going on quite a bit.
Okay.
And it's free, and it's like, I think it's 3 days, like 2 hours a day or something for the certification. Those who took it, am I being correct here? Okay, Chris, thank you. Pretty simple, Chris? Yeah.
Very easy. Just a few days, a few hours, you have to be present.
Yeah, you get certified right there. So and here's the other thing. If you go to EXPCon, they have a fast track for you to get certified. So here's the thing. If you go to EXPCon, you can go right into the relocation certification fast track right there and be certified. So if you're going to EXPCon and you're not Relo certified, you can take it right there. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
awesome.
So
All
by
right,
the way, whenever you see my name, you guys can just call me Mia.
Mia. Thank you,
Yes.
Mia. You made it so
No-
much easier for me.
No
I'm a
problem.
master at messing up names. I don't even know my own name sometimes. All right, anyone else? Ahas, come on, there was quite a few of you there. I see the Lizette smiling. I see many of you smiling and wanting to
Hi,
say
Tom, it's
something.
Crystal.
Hey, how
Hey,
are
Tom,
you?
can you hear me?
Oh, I
how
remember
are
you. I remember you. I seen you a
course.
couple times.
I'm driving, so I don't have my notes with me, so I'm trying to figure out what I remembered. But one thing that, a few key phrases that stood out to me was your vibe attracts your tribe. So,
Yes.
people are always watching you, either agents, sellers, buyers. So, just, your vibe really attracts your tribe, your clients. So people reach out to me all the time on social media asking me what I'm doing, and I'm happy to share. The other one was in the art of this shifting market, and all of us who have been in the business for a long time, I've been in it 18 years. The art of communicating with your buyers and sellers will be key moving forward, because we were so used to the fast pace of selling and buying that we really didn't have much time on markets, right? And now that we're seeing 60, 90 days on market with our sellers, communicating with them every week, making sure that they know that we are doing our jobs is going to be key to us keeping those listings and keeping those sellers happy. And the buyers as well. So I think the art of communicating and giving that concierge service, and then treating our business as a business. We are business. We are a business. Each one of us is a business. And if we treated it that way, we would be all making $200,000. And there was one agent that I don't know who it was. He said, if I were to tell anybody that you're going to have a $200,000 salary, but every morning you have to go on the 8:30 call, and then at 9:30, you start making, 100 calls, and then the next hour is follow up, and then the next hour is writing notes, and then you take an hour break for lunch, and then you go on appointments in the afternoon. Would you do it? And all of us would say yes, we would do it for $200,000. Yet we don't do it. So treat it as a business, and I think you will be successful.
By the way, Krista,
those
I did
were
a
a few of my
rag.
takes.
I ripped off and duplicated that quote, about the 200,000. It was really 100,000. It's so true. I used to catch people in a meeting all the time. Who wants to make 100,000? Come on up. I'm going to hire you today.
Right.
But so often they, once you give someone permission to do something, they'll do it. But when you tell them to build something on their own, they're very hesitant. So it's important for us to encourage and reward with our words, right? Your vibe will attract your tribe, so be nice. So perfect. All right. Anyone else?
I got another one. When
Yeah.
she said let your vibe attract your tribe, I wrote that one down too, and it reminded me of some other notes that I wrote down. The beginning or day one, when we talked about your purpose. So fear or purpose, which one are you? Are you walking in your purpose, or are you walking in fear? And that resonated with me because I've been leading in fear, even though I know what my purpose is and the things I need to do, but I've been leading my life in fear. So I need to drop that fear and continue to walk in my purpose. And our purpose as realtors is to talk to people and, help them achieve their goal, whichever that may be, whether even if it's just somebody that needs to talk to because they're, you know, their life is going in disarray and they're trying to figure out what to do with their house, and you just that outlet for them. Just be that outlet, you know. And when you're doing, when you start your day, start your day by doing your homework, and continue to talk to people, do your homework, and don't lower your standards because someone won't raise theirs. That one right there, oh my gosh, I had like tears in my eyes when I read that one, because so many of us, especially me, will take ourselves down a notch or bring our standards down a notch because we won't, because somebody else won't raise theirs to match our level. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like we will put ourselves down to help someone else. You know, no, not to help someone else, but oh my gosh, I can't find the right terminology for it right now. But the sentence was to don't lower your standard because someone won't raise theirs. The other thing was to listen, then insert value, right? Because a lot of us were doing something and we're trying to get to the appointment. When we get to the appointment, we're just listening to the customer or to the client, and we're not waiting to give them value. We're waiting to talk, to tell them why we think we're the best agent, when we should just be listening to their problem so that we can find them a solution. Finding them that solution is what's going to get you the appointment, is what's going to get you the listing, is what's going to get you the listing. The other thing I remember was to create a consistent experience and then repeat that process, right? Create a great consistent experience and then you repeat that process. And then you have to set specific huge goals. That was another thing, right? Set specific huge goals. Don't care what other people think. Pray for abundance and get rid of all that adulthood and become a kid again and believe to fly. I don't know if you guys remember that guy that gave the story about his kid who his grandchild who wanted to fly. I forgot his name.
That was Gene Frederick.
Gene Frederick. Oh yes, duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yes, Gene Frederick. And we was talking about his grandchild. That resonated with me to get rid of all that adulthood and become a kid again and believe that you can fly and practice flying every day for the rest of your life. By doing that, you'll be creating a legacy, and because you're essentially going to be risking everything. You're risking everything. You're throwing it all out there, and you're creating a legacy for yourself and your family.
Edward,
okay, that's it.
You listen. All right, George, we have a note taker. We have the best note taker. I know Lizette does a great job too, but she did awesome. Edward, thank you for throwing those in. One of the things that you said, it was so true. Don't lower your standards if others don't want to raise theirs, right? So that is so important. We so often want to give them, hey, yeah, I know you're failing and it's okay. No, it's not okay. No, you can't be around here if you got that negative attitude. I don't care if you're my mother, sister, brother, wife, or a kid. If you're bringing negativity in this room of business and everything else, go somewhere else. Honestly, go somewhere else. This is a room where we're designed to move forward. Obviously, life happens and whatever, right? We got to be able to work through that with our tribe, right? Our tribe is there to pick us back up, not put us back down, right?
Okay.
So
and find an accountability partner. That was another thing that kept coming up.
Yeah. Accountability, your vibe, your tribe, you know, we can go on and on and on. Anyone else on the call? What did you hear out of the call from what people have shared so far? That's something that was an aha for you, that you're going to take action. Liz, thanks for the notes that you put up there. This is huge, guys. If the client is willing to meet you on your level, work with them. If not, it's okay. Tell them to go work with a mediocre agent. It's okay. When it goes expired, you'll tell them to come back to you.
Right, that part.
Yes. Yeah, you know what? Nothing better than walking away from a client because we just can't see eye to eye. And I've told many buyers and sellers many times, I don't care what their price point is. It doesn't matter to me. I don't think we're a fit. I think you really need to go and talk to so-and-so. You know, really, I don't care if it's a $2 million buyer. I'm not sacrificing my standards because they're supposedly going to buy a $2 million property. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Go find someone else. Let's turn them over to Lizette. Here you go, Lizette. You take care of them. They give me a headache. All right. Anyone else?
According to Gene Frederick, Tom, you are in the most productive 10-year period of your life. And the most productive 10-year period of your life is between. So congratulations, Tom. Hey.
Hey, you know what? By the way, those slides, those bubbles were interesting, guys. From 20 to, what was it? 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to, or 20 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 70 or whatever. It really is kind of a cool thing. Yes, I am in that circle, Steve. I appreciate that. You'll be there soon too someday.
And then the other thing I picked up real quick, most people have the will to win. Few people have the will to prepare to win. So I like that. I was trying to interpret that a little bit, meaning that people don't plan. Most people have the will to win. Few have the will to prepare to win.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for the guy in the back there sitting with you, Steve. Andrew, can you answer a question for me?
Oh, sure thing. What's up, brother?
Hey, I know you call for sale by owners, and I know you've gotten rejected, but calling for sale by owners, does it work, and do you get listings from it?
Yeah, no, it's probably my favorite lead generation method for sure.
Yeah. How long you been in the business, Andrew?
Since, I've been producing, I'd say since December of 2021.
7 months.
So 7 months. And how many listings would you say you've gotten from for sale by owners since that time?
Maybe listings, 6 or 7.
Okay. And would you have been able to achieve that if you didn't script and role play?
No, not a chance. No,
So,
yeah, we've been scripting and role playing every day, Monday through Friday for close to a year, if not over a year now.
okay, guys, 6 to 7 listings. And by the way, I know some of those have been in $1 million. One was like $1 million. So I just want to say this. It works if you make the decision to work that as a part of a lead gen for you, but don't say I can't do that because I'm not making cold calls. It works if you work it. And by the way, that was in the middle of the rage where anybody could sell a home, right? And he converted a for sale by owner into an actual listing and he served them. So remember, it doesn't matter if it's a for sale by owner, if it's expired, or if it's your neighbor, the person that tripped off the plane has a $2 million referral for us. Okay, so everyone around you has an opportunity to build a business relationship with you if you choose to.
Mm-hmm. I think it's, Tom, the other thing too, I think shiny object syndrome, right? We've talked about it before. It's just you jump around. If something doesn't work, you try it for a week or 2 weeks. Oh, I'm going to do this. And that doesn't work. Oh, I'm going to go try do this. Yeah. Instead of really getting gritty and just digging in and staying with it and then realizing and having that faith and belief and the results will come. So
100%. George, I like what you just put. Should we start up a script and role play meeting link daily? I think that's absolutely awesome. We have, the thing is I'd love to see people stay consistent in their we used to go into a room every single morning and script and role play back in 2001 and 2002. This is before the internet, before Zoom, before a lot of things, guys. And by the way, the scripts are still the same. So George, I think that would be absolutely awesome. I know Tony Fuentes does it. I know Steve does it. So if we did it on a broader level, it would definitely bring some people in, and those who stay consistent with it would absolutely benefit from it. So, hey, we have a poll that just popped up. Please, please take 2 seconds, fill it out. And, you know, this is to better serve you guys and bring more information to you that's going to be of value. Coming up with a topic is not a hard thing. Coming up with a topic that resonates with all of you to help you thrive forward sometimes can be very challenging because we're all at different levels, right? So yeah, fill that out. Oh, Curtis is back.
Wait, Tom, got a question real quick before
Yeah.
we jump into that. Steve, I wanted to go to you particularly just because I know that the scripts and role plays are something that you're very, very keen with. Myself in the past, do you feel that it would be more beneficial to have an open call format with 20 or 5, 10 or 20 people on there? Or is it more beneficial to have a script and role play partner and be on point and accountable with them? Do you have a preference that you think is best?
In all honesty, just due to time constraints, George, you know what we could do is we could all, it's better just to have a partner, because I think you want to get the most for yourself in any given role play situation. So I think maybe we could do a central room, do 10 minutes of objections, and then I could break everybody off into separate rooms and they can work on what they want to work on. But it's the same with anything. It's going to feel weird. It's going to be awkward. Just do it and stick with it.
Hey,
My only frustration with this, and I'll be candid, is that people show up for a week and then disappear.
Yep.
And it just doesn't work that way. It's not going to work that way. So, you know, I want the best for everybody. They just got to stick with it. So
I spent 3 years every single day role playing and then chanting my scripts before I got on the phone every single day. And it's mission critical. You have to do it. So what I hear very clearly is perhaps an objection class. We might want to pull that one off and have that added to the calendar for everybody. I would love for you to host one. Maybe we can even do it at like a tag at like 10 o'clock one day that works for you. If you wouldn't mind, I think that'd be a really powerful class, which we'll of course record.
yeah, not a problem. Just let
All
me
right,
know.
I'll get with you privately, Steve or Tiffany. Would you reach out to Steve and then let's put it on at 10 o'clock. We'll set up a Zoom link for it, make sure it's recorded so we get his expertise run through. Love to hear some objection handling from you, sir. I think that'd be beneficial to a lot of people. And
now more so more than ever, you know?
right on. Also, if you need a role play partner, Facebook has a group, GPS Global Partners. Go in there, say, listen, I'm looking for one. We've got a bunch of groups everywhere. Start looking for a role play partner. If you're a prospector, you need somebody to hold you accountable and practice with. Steve, thank you for your advice. Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at that. The vast majority have chosen, I get to see the polls. Cold calling and scripts have said what they want to know more of. Then social media lead generation, listing systems and tools, buyer systems and tools, agent attraction and development. We'll be doing a very special 10 o'clock or at least once a month. There'll be a very special attraction call for everybody that's a part of the EXP family, and you'll want to be on those calls. It's going to be on a monthly basis. Look for, this is not housekeeping, I promise you, but look for this. You're going to get an email coming out later today, and there'll be one coming out on a weekly basis. I'm going to try and have them come out on Sundays. The topic of the email is GPS Partners weekly update for you. It'll have your name in it. Take a look at that. It's going to have the topics that are relevant, like when we're getting into this role playing or objection handling by Steve. That's going to be noted in there as well. Give that about 75 seconds of your attention every week, and you'll be up to speed on what we're going to do for the week to come. Summit updates are in this one. The $300 gift is in this one. It's coming out for you shortly. That's all I got.
All right. Anyone else? Words of wisdom, ahas, thoughts? Come on, share. It helps. Makes an impact.
Hey, Tom, real quick, man. I just want to say, and Lizette wants to go, so I'm going to be brief. I don't get on here enough, but I just want to say thank you, man. You always head up these calls, and you know what I mean? It's good stuff, brother. So.
But we appreciate you, Stevie.
Yes, man. Yep.
It means a lot. Anyone else?
Lizette. Go,
Hey.
Lizette, go, Lizette.
Good morning. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to share what I got from the summit. There's one thing, the summit, the conference. So one thing that I had to read back, because I have to read it just to say, is it really impacted me a lot, a couple other things, but one of the biggest thing is that I got was, this is from Tony Robbins. He said, I'm not experiencing my life. He said, I'm experiencing what I focus on. So, sometimes we're focusing on the wrong things instead of, we were putting our energy into things that really don't matter. And that was one of the things that I got from it. The other part of it, also service, I just got reminded today on a call with one of my friends, what am I really good at, right? And sometimes we forget, what are we really good at, and focusing on those things. And all I heard all around the conference was legacy and service. When you serve wholeheartedly, blindfolded, you're just there to serve and help people meet their needs. And as you help them meet their needs, then you get to your goals and you meet your needs. And that's really what I got about the whole conference, going back to service. And that's what I'm taking away. The legacy, building through service, building my legacy.
Yeah, I love that. And you know what? So many people have to remember this. If you're in a conversation with someone and you speak the truth and you believe in what you're saying, you're very authentic.
Mm-hmm.
That was powerful, because so many people that are salespeople go into an appointment and they're speaking and they're speaking and they're speaking and they don't even believe in what they're saying. They're just trying to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not authentic, and then they get rejected. Right? Speak it, listen to it, and ask more questions. So that was huge.
And the other thing is also, if you don't believe it yourself, how are people going to believe you, right? You have to believe it yourself. I mean, if you think you're great or you're going to do it, you have to believe that you're going to be able to do this. I mean, I think Tony Robbins did that whole thing there. He's going droopy, and I saw oh my gosh, how many times have we walked around like that? We have to, we have to own it. We have to walk like what we believe in and be confident. And all those speakers up there, I love that they're so bold. I love that they're very I felt they're very transparent, and this is who I am, and this is how I built my business, and that's it. Be bold.
Be bold. Yeah. Love it. Anyone else? I'm out in 3 minutes. Got to be out.
Hey, Tom, this is Sunny, and I had a question. It wasn't about this weekend, your amazing trip, but does somebody know the Facebook group? Because I think Tiffany was mentioning it yesterday, but no one knew the name, where we could post our open houses for South Florida.
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. I'll
ask Fred.
Fred would definitely know for sure, Sonny.
Thanks.
Sorry, I couldn't help with that part.
That's okay.
All right, guys, it was great seeing you this morning. Have an awesome week. Go out and get your fair share. By the way, if you're in Florida, your license will expire the end of September if you don't renew it. If it is September, some of you are March. It's either March or September for most of us, right? So if there's anything I could do to help you, all you have to do is reach out. We're always accessible to help you guys. And please don't call me with a contract question. Call your state broker. Go into the world. If you have trouble growing your business or you got limited beliefs, I'll talk to you all day long on that, but I will not help you with a contract. You have to go to your state broker or your sponsor or your real estate mentor. So, because I don't know the contracts like I used to. That's why I won't be able to help you. That's why. All right. Have an amazing day. Deep, good to see you, my friend. Because you're right there. It's always you pop up right there, right in front of me.
Thanks, Tom. Amazing call as usual. I missed last week, but it's always good to hear the same thing we keep on repeating, and I'm blessed, and I keep on repeating this over and over. We had an amazing call last week with Liz and everybody talking about how to represent buyers, and it's the same basic thing. It's still surprising how many agents think the market is normal. Nothing's going to change. It's shocking. If you guys are not listening to these calls, please don't get on it. React to it. Please.
I would
It's
say-
happening as we speak. And please, listen, watch the MLS. If you go look at today's MLS, it's shocking. I think it was like 198 price reductions, 112 MLS came on the market. I think 70 came back on the market. So right there gives you, and that's just in 24 hours, guys, 24 hours.
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna piggyback on what you said, Deep, about working with buyers. If you're not building your skill set in buyer consultations and having them sign a buyer agreement, start working on that, because right now it's critical. It's really important because not only is it important to set the expectations, but you are building the rapport with that buyer. Really dig into buyer consultations in buyer agreements. As the future moves on, bless you, Curtis. As the future moves on, we may see that being a mandatory thing because the buyer may be responsible for your commission in the near future. Certain states are already passing it, okay? Where the seller is not paying the full commission, you have to get it from your buyer. But if you start doing it now, when it does hit, you're not going to go, oh, the world's falling apart. Prepare yourself for that. Prepare yourself for that now. All right. Appreciate every one of you. Have an awesome day. I'm out.
Thank you, Tom.